After a dominating first period performance, Aaron Martins came into the first period break with a comfortable 12.10-ounce lead over second place, something the other anglers were sure to give him grief about.
You gonna sit out the second, third period? I damn sure got tired listening. I can't get a bite.
It was one little area, though. I think I caught them all.
All right, go. Aaron, you're first.
Aaron Martins had built a comfortable lead fishing for largemouth on a jerkbait, but heading into period 2, he adjusted his strategy.
Today we had a strong south wind, so that kind of had me thinking a little bit, because fish will tend to move. Especially this time of year, you got bait balls moving around, fish will follow the bait, birds on it, fish jump, little bait fish everywhere. And I actually started going, got up on pad, started running, and I wanted to see off the end of the flat. And as I came over the end of the flat, I could see the grass drop off, and I see the clean bottom below the grass, and then all of a sudden I saw a pile of fish. I saw 5 or 6 arches real quick, but I've been seeing that a lot. And that's when I spun around and my first cast caught a nice smallmouth, and then that was my first smallmouth I've ever seen in this place. Woo, back on the board, boys. I think I made like 5 casts and caught like 2 or 3 when I first found it. And I knew at that point I had something to work on, and that's when I kind of really figured the lake out. Woo! That's almost 4 pounds. Fat belly, skinny back, so let's see if we can get more of those. This is a drop shot hook with a 4-inch, really pretty worm. And right now I got a 8-pound FC sniper, about 10 feet of FC sniper on there with a FG knot and about a 10, 11-inch leader. I actually wish my leader was a little longer, to tell you the truth. A lot of times I was hopping the drop shot up to get kind of attention of a fish, let it fall, and then shake it a few times and then hop it up. You'll see it on the show, but that caught a lot of my fish.
With Aaron extending his lead, the focus shifted to the other 3 qualifying positions. Starting the second period in 7th place left Skeet Reese with very little room for error.
I'm seeing all these birds working, and I see some fish blow up, but I don't know what they are, so I got pretty excited, and I ran to the first bay that I came to with any docks. Okay, long run. We gotta see what all this activity's about around here. And I roll up, and also boom, boom, boom. I caught a 3-pounder, 2-pounder. I'm like, hey. And then I saw the standings, and I was like, boom, 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 boom.
Skeet, that fish moved you up to 11 pounds, 8 ounces. You're now just 1 pound out of 4th.
I'm like, well, maybe I'll stick with this. And I stuck with it, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. And I climbed all the way up to 2nd place in the 2nd period. And I was feeling, I was like, all right, I'm not on school, but I'm on enough to, I've got a good enough pattern to finish in the top 4 and make the cut. And that's exactly what I was thinking. Just grind it out, keep on this pace, keep catching them one at a time, and keep yourself in the cut line.
Fighting for that very same position was Gary Klein, whose 2nd period wasn't as productive as his first.
Well, there's a few fish out here on this big flat. I just haven't found the deal yet. The 2nd period started out pretty slow for me, and finally caught one. Right now, that's a huge momentum fish for me, just to get bit. I kept trying to expand, fish over here, fish over here. One of the highlights of my day, I actually got a double. I got 2 in 1 cast, and I actually landed both of them. I got 2 fish on the plug at one time. Yeah! And I had to take a 2-minute penalty because the only way I knew I had a shot at getting both of them in was to do a big water scoop. All right. Catch 2 at one time. So that's pretty exciting. I mean, that's momentum. That right there was just part of a lot of hard work, dedication, and staying focused that, it just kind of paid off.
With a late period 2 rally, Gary Klein and Skeet Reese kept themselves in the cut line, moving into the 3rd period.
All the sandwiches the same? All the sandwiches the same. Hey, back.
The second break went smooth. I scarfed the sandwich down really quick, got everything retied. I rigged a couple more poles to do what I was doing. I was ready to get back out there. I had pretty much made up my mind what I was going to do the final period to, try to make it sudden death.
Oh, man, I just think this 3rd period, I got to really capitalize on every bite. The weights are so tight.
Man, my third period was just started off with a bang. I'd been running by this dock the first 2 periods, and it was kind of calm, and I was like, man, it's an isolated dock. I need to go to it. First pitch up there, I caught a 314.
It's a big one. This is a real one. Come here. Gotcha! Woohoo! Wow! Look at her. It's a good one.
Got up to the side of the dock, caught another one, then the next pitch in there, I catch a 5-pounder, and man, it was a rodeo getting it out. It was trying to connect the dots between all the legs and had light line.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! Major league fishing, come on, man, get to some of that. Look at that fish. Whoa, yes.
Ended up catching 2-3 more fish from underneath that dock, and I came back heck an hour later and caught 4 more underneath the same dock.
There he is.
It's a magical dock. I probably need to go by there and leave them a $5 tip on the end of it.
Evers, a 2-time Cup champion, locked down the second-place position. But 3 other anglers, Jacob Wheeler, Skeet Reese, and Gary Klein, were in a battle that would be decided by ounces for the last qualifying position.
Man, I wish I could kind of relax a little bit, but I can't. I mean, you know, I've got to catch them. I didn't think unless I found something that Edwin was going to be a factor for me. So now I'm looking at 3rd and 4th. And Jacob is right there. So Jacob and I are going back and forth. Skeet and I are going back and forth. And literally, I think for the last 2 hours, all of us were within 2 pounds of each other.
1 pound, 6 ounces.
Agreed. Try to make some room between Skeet Reese and myself.
Period 3 was definitely intense. Starting off, I felt like I had a pattern pretty well with those shallow docks. I was able to skip in areas I felt like with a spinning rod that the guys that were flipping maybe might not get to. Throwing a wacky worm instead of throwing flipping bait, you might get better quality on a flipping bait, but you're gonna get more bites on a wacky worm a lot of times under docks. The only disadvantage is your light line, you know, you're way up underneath the dock, you can't horse them out.
Jacob and I don't know how many times we swapped, but it was always, he'd be a pound ahead of me, I'd be a pound and a half ahead of him. We went back and forth. And right there at the end, I was able to get a hold of Jacob. And then it was basically Jacob and Skeet.
With 10 minutes left in the competition, Skeet Reese was 3 pounds, 7 ounces out of the 4th place cut line.
Why is it so stressful? I wasn't feeling real optimistic about making up a 4-pound deficit. And then I catch a 14-ouncer. I'm like, well, 2 pounds. Weigh it, get back up, throw a jig back underneath the same dock, swim it out. I catch a good, it's a 2-pound, 2-ouncer. So I'm like, oh, yes, it's a good one. Yes, yes.
10 minutes left, it's tight. You know, I make a cast up underneath the dock, and I get that bite that I need, 4+ pounder. The bite that I've been waiting for all day, back and behind a chain, and oh, come on. Come on. I get him over the chain, so now it's all, you know, hunky-dory. We're good. He's got the hook, we're all good. We're reeling him out there, and there's 1 blade of grass. Comes, swims over there, hits the blade of grass, line hits the blade of grass, he shakes it a little bit. Hook comes out. Oh, no, dang, nabbit. Just swims right by the boat. See ya.
Hi, how are you? Oh, it'd be better if I catch 1 more real quick.
Jacob, you've still got a 7-ounce lead on Skeet. Skeet's still in 5th.
7 ounces separate Skeet and I. I'm doing everything that I can to make, you know, make the most out of every minute.
So close, kids, so close.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of period 3.
And then my official says you missed it by 7 ounces. To work that hard, and that's the most fish I've ever caught in a Major League Fishing event ever.
They said the score's locked, weights have locked, And that was like a big rock just took off my chest. I'm sitting there and I'm like, whew.
Jacob Wheeler, 4th place, 40 pounds, 11 ounces. Skeet Reese, 5th place, 40 pounds, 4 ounces.
Yeah, close it out. Let's take it to the house. That was a rough day right there.
Aaron Martins finished the day with a record-breaking performance and will be joined by Edwin Evers, Gary Klein, and Jacob Wheeler in sudden death. Tune in next week to change your perspective of Elimination Round 2.